Oh my god, we fell asleep!
We were up all night!
Did we figure out how to save Disney?
That's a negative.
What are we gonna do? Disney's had one of its worst years ever.
There's gotta be some way to recover from all these box office failures. It's him.
Bob Iger?
Love him.
Hello, sir.
You know what I don't like, Dan?
Us?
Good guess. But I've actually narrowed it down to 3 things. Intellectual property laws, Bugs Bunny, and when the world mocks me for losing millions.
I assure you, sir, we are doing everything that we can.
I haven't seen so many bombs since Pearl Harbor!
To be fair, some of those were hits.
We haven't been in a black cauldron this dark since Black Cauldron! You sons of better have an answer for how to get out of this!
We do, sir, we do. We...
Rely on our past IP.
Daniel, go to the window. Do you see the man in the Pluto costume with the brass knuckles?
I do, sir.
Go to him, Daniel. He has a message for you.
Oh, God!
Did you get his message?
Loud and clear.
Splendid. Now what are we actually going to do?
Perhaps we can put together even bigger budgets?
Yes! Paying more money than you have is a great way to get more money than you have.
Exactly.
Wait a minute. Have you checked the box office?
No.
Inside Out 2 is still making money.
But that came out weeks ago.
That doesn't happen.
And Deadpool and Wolverine is still making money.
What was their budget?
Just the regular amount.
Those are the only Pixar and Marvel movies coming out this year.
Crispity, crunchity, peanut buttery Jesus! Do you know what this means?
We need to spend time on good storytelling, smart surprises, and interesting characters in order
We need to rely on our past IP! Another Frozen, another Avengers, another Moana, another Avatar, another Toy Story, another Zootopia, another Snow White, another Captain America, another Frozen, another Avengers, another Moana, another Avatar, another Lion King, another Lilo and Stitch, another Sister Act, another Shang-Chi, another National Treasure, another Aladdin, another Hunchback of Notre Dame, another Incredibles, and we'll finish it off with the biggest blockbuster of all time, Tron 3.
Hooray! And don't forget, another Bug's Life!
You can, even we're not that desperate.
Sorry.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic guy, remember? So you don't have to. Usually when you hear the name Pixar, you think of some of the best animated films that came out the past few decades, some of the most underwhelming films to be connected with that lineup, and then A Bug's Life, which is there. For a follow-up to not only a cinematic game changer, but also a box office smash, A Bug's Life really isn't talked about that much when discussing Pixar's history. I guess it's not seen as a bad film, but it's not really seen as worth much discussion either. Part of that could be there's a little bit of an animated bug race when this film came out. You see, Jeffrey Katzenberg left Disney to go form DreamWorks and claimed he took the idea of a CG animated bug movie with him. Disney said, like you are, and worked double time to make their version before his. In the end, DreamWorks got there first with their 1998 hit Ants, but Disney made an even bigger splash that summer, making even more money with their film. However, while most found the film okay, it was clear this wasn't what we expected from a follow-up to a film that won an Oscar for Best Original Screenplay. And as much as we like to make fun of Pixar for doing nothing but sequels and spin-offs now, we forget literally their third movie was a sequel. They went back to Toy Story right after their second film. That's how underwhelming A Bug's Life was. Over 25 years later, though, is this more than just the middle child in between Toy Stories? Is there more to it than just a race to get one movie out before the other? Well, not a ton more, but I guess more than some other DreamWorks and Disney movies that try to rush their way to the box office. So let's take a closer look. Let's look at the Pixar movie so small you often forget it's even there. A Bug's Life. The film opens honestly with a pretty funny joke when a line of ants carrying food gets interrupted by a leaf.
Oh no! I'm lost!
How I am when I'm told I'm disliking the Acolyte for the wrong reasons. The line is gotten back on track by Mr. Soil, played by Rowdy McDowell. And I'll admit, I forgot what a good cast this movie has. Dave Foley, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Phyllis Diller, Richard Kind, David Hyde Pierce, Madeline Kahn, Bonnie Hunt, Dennis Leary. These are some really funny people. The problem is they don't have them say funny stuff.
Your Highness, I can't count when you hover like that.
See, because she was literally hovering. It's, Ants are funny!
They come, they eat, they leave. That's our lot in life. It's not a lot, but it's our life.
Okay, so I think everyone can agree the ants are the weakest part of the movie. Especially when your lead is Flick, who, tell me if you've heard this, is a clumsy screw-up with a good heart. Well, that's unique. If only he charmingly rambled.
Hello, Princess. My, aren't you looking lovely this morning? Not, of course, that you would need a telescope to see that.
This is a really stupid question, and particularly in view of our recent shopping excursion.
When I found out that you were engaged, I mean, yeah. Sounds really great.
I was like, if it was at all possible, if it was within the view of your vision of the future, of what you are comfortably doing in the moment of this time and place. Just shut up! And the laughs keep on coming.
Being little's not such a bad thing.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
It's two.
Is not.
It's two.
Is not.
It's
Is not.
two,
Is not.
two,
Is not.
two.
Is not.
Oscar-winning writers, everybody.
Pretend that that's a seed.
It's a rock.
We'll just use our imaginations.
But it's a rock.
I know it's a rock!
I still know so many people quoting that it's not a seed, it's a rock dialogue. Like I said, the ants aren't funny. It turns out they're gathering food for the grasshoppers, who force them to hand over half their rations. But when Flick accidentally destroys what's left, the grasshoppers intentionally try to destroy them.
So where is it? Where's my food?
Kevin Spacey plays Hopper, who, here's the stretch, doesn't respect personal space and just grabs who he wants.
It's a bug-eat-bug world out there, Princess. One of those circle of life kind of things.
Oh, you used that our bodies become the grass to convince him this was fair too. Hopper honestly is an okay villain. I do wish he was a little funnier, but he is intimidating, and for as simple as his motivation is, he does make the most of it.
If I hadn't promised Mother on her deathbed that I wouldn't kill you, I would kill you.
And yeah, okay, sometimes he can be funny. He tells Princess Anna, who's going to take over for the Queen, that they have until the end of summer to make up for the lost food. Flick gets an idea to find help outside their home, and the council is happy because it'll get them out of their hair.
A bee! I am a cute little bumblebee!
Okay, this is where the film gets good. The circus bugs are really funny. All these characters work really well off each other as they try to survive their day-to-day lives performing. If anyone ever quotes any lines from this movie, I guarantee you it's from these characters.
You're making the maggots cry.
Popcorn! Stale popcorn! Balloons and poo-poo hands!
Here's Twitter's favorite joke.
So, being a ladybug automatically makes me a girl.
Yikes! She's a guy!
Just kidding. Twitter has no favorite joke. Also, is it me or is Dennis Leary totally doing a Jason Alexander impression?
Judging by your breath, you must have been buzzing around a dung heap all day.
We say we hate lawyers, but we can't wait to sue somebody.
Anytime, pal. I'm gonna pick the hairs out of your head one by one.
We want leaders to make tough choices, then we vote them out when they do.
Or maybe I'm just looking for an excuse to play a Duckman quote. Everyone should be. My favorite are these two acrobats who maybe understand 3 words of English.
Don't you understand? We are up.
Hey, they don't understand me.
Have you tried turning them yellow and increasing the annoyance to...
Oh, God!
These characters are so funny, I wish the focus was on them and the ants were more of a supporting role. Kinda like in The Three Amigos. Right down to Randy Newman trying to sabotage the music. Okay, that's not fair. I actually love the songs in Three Amigos. Randy, I'm sorry for this one. Anyway, they get fired for setting the owner on, well, fire, and Flick sees them survive a brawl thinking they're warrior bugs. Also, this Bug City isn't anything that spectacular, but some of these throwaway jokes do get a laugh.
Bloody Mary, O positive.
No, you fool, that's the blood Billy Bob Thornton and Angelina Jolie wore around their necks. Great, now you love awkward interviews. Hey, if I'm reviewing a movie from 98, you're gonna get jokes from 98. Fiona Apple exists!
I have been scouting for bugs with your exact talents!
A talent scout.
Of course, the circus bugs confuse Flick's offer for a performance, and they accept.
Boy, are those grasshoppers in for a big surprise!
The look I give when somebody says, no, really, these NFTs are the real deal. They're introduced to the ants who believe they're warriors as well, but they quickly get a wake-up call.
Oh, look at the beautiful colors of the blood.
We drew one of you dying because our teacher said it would be more dramatic.
Our teacher also has a website called dudeimseriously-a-teacher.com. As the performance continues, the circus bugs get more dismayed.
Die! Die!
Christ, why weren't these characters the leads? They of course tell Flick what's really going on and they try to leave, only to run into a surprisingly terrifying fowl.
Quick!
I don't know how often I get to say this, but this is one of the most terrifying birds ever put on film. It not only roars like a raptor, but it moves at almost the same speed a bird does while also being gigantic. You're legit kind of ducking every time you watch this thing attack.
Wake up!
With so many movie scenes with giant monsters out there, I'll just say it, this is one of the most intense. They managed to escape and even save Ada's sister, resulting in everyone once again declaring them as heroes. Everyone says Inside Out 2 is the Pixar film that represented anxiety brilliantly, but no, Princess Ada saying, oh, I don't know, truly defined her as a multi-layered character.
I know what everyone really thinks. Nobody really believes I can do this job. It's like they're all watching me.
Okay, could be interesting. Perhaps if we dive more into that. To be fair, it's a lot of guys when their girlfriends talk about anxiety. Hey folks, I'm playing Arkham City every Friday on Twitch. We also got content 5 days a week. Hope to see you there. Also, everybody says they never get notified about our latest videos, so be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to get all the latest updates. Flick puts together that Hopper is afraid of birds, so they hatch a plan to put together a giant fake one. All we have to do is bring Nicolas Cage alive inside and we'll be set. Meanwhile, the grasshoppers want to stay and party, leaving the ants behind for a season. When Hopper reminds him there was one ant who stood up to him, he makes it clear one can become many.
How about this?
The face Spacey gives way. Here's there's another lawsuit.
Those ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life.
Thank God ants aren't mathematical in any conceivable way. But it's a liar reveal story from the 90s, so let's get to the stuff.
Looking for a bunch of circus performers. Have you seen them?
Yep, the circus bugs are outed, which of course means the plan that has nothing wrong with it totally can't work. And Flick is cast out because that's just what we gotta do in these god-awful third acts. Jesus, I'm glad these aren't done that often anymore.
Tell me this isn't true.
We're going to hide all this and pretend it never happened.
By the way, did you know liar revealed is the official term for it now? I always just called it that because I couldn't think of something better, but now it's the actual name of this awful cliche. Neat.
I never thought I'd see the day when an ant would put himself before the rest of his colony.
Yeah, let the heavy drama of basically a rom-com Mad Libs really sink in. Y'all, we need at least 10 minutes of this short running time totally dedicated to this. No laughs, no jokes, no nothing. This is powerfully depressing. You are powerfully depressed.
You lied, Flick. You lied to her. You lied to the colony. You lied to me.
Look, I've said this before in the past. You can do this trope all you want, just do something different or funny with it. But everyone back then thought they were the first ones to perform this amazing twist, so they were always gentle enough to let us recover from this bombshell of new emotions we've never experienced before. Waterboy did this.
I just wanted to make a difference.
I want you to leave, Flick. And this time, don't come back.
Can you just move on so I can see what reference you made with the cookie box? Dumbo, good to know. Oh, I'm sorry, please, continue to rip my heart out. They give the Phantom Menace a shot to rip off and the grasshoppers are so there's no food, they decide to hold him hostage. Meanwhile, oh no, I really think they're gonna leave, guys. No way Flick's gonna change his mind on this. I'm sorry, it's been a while since I've seen this trope in full bloom and God, what an awful weed.
Pretend it's a seed, okay?
Like we want you to pretend this is Toy Story. He, of course, gets the nerve to go back and they stage a rescue, distracting the grasshoppers with a show. Oh, and also the true blueberries apparently rock.
Blueberries rock! Yeah!
Disney, I'm confused. Are ducks the ones with rocking abilities or blueberries? Because both would be an overabundance of rock.
Hold on!
As the show goes on, the bird is prepared and launched. Now this would definitely not qualify as blueberries rocking. If anything, I'd call it unrocculent. The bird is cooked and exposed as a fake, but Flick rallies the rest of the ants behind him.
Ants don't serve grasshoppers. It's you who need us.
Let my Pesmiles go! Thank you, Word Hippo, for that one. They team up and scare the grasshoppers away, putting Hopper in a cannon.
Happy landings, Hopper.
I mean, he can fly, so... But a storm starts up, separating everyone, and Hopper goes after Flick. Adam manages to save him, but Flick has another idea.
Hopper!
There's almost weirdly a lot of good shots of this character. Flick leads him towards the bird's nest, and yeah, this is a pretty cool Disney villain death. How is Disney making literal baby birds haunt my nightmares? The day is saved as the circus bugs have to make their way to other performances they suck at. Yet, did they ever get good at what they did? Princess Ada is even finally made queen. Well, better start stretching down there, because there's a lot of things your mother didn't tell you about your duties. They launch little ant firecrackers. Not sure how that's supposed to work. And I know I could easily make a joke about how the end credits are the best part, but... No, seriously, the end credits are the best part! So this was a trend for a couple Pixar movies, and this was the first one to do it. They ran bloopers not of the voice actors flubbing their lines, but of the characters flubbing their lines. And they do a really good job making them sound and feel legit.
To infinity and beyond! I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus is almost famously known for having the giggles, so it really feels authentic when she randomly can't stop laughing.
Are you saying I'm stupid?
I'm sorry.
These bloopers were so popular that halfway through the film's run in theaters, they put in new ones, which was a clever way to possibly bring back audiences who maybe had no interest in seeing it again. I'll be honest, I didn't have any interest in seeing the movie until they started advertising the bloopers. I thought this idea was so clever, I literally bought a ticket just so I could see them.
Oh, wait, stop. I think I swallowed a bug.
And I'm glad I did, because I found this film bad? So, yeah, the circus bugs weren't in the movie, I don't think I would have enjoyed it, but they are, and they take up a lot of screen time. The main problem really is the ants and the stale storytelling. I can't really say the worst moments are god-awful though, they're just annoyingly standard. But at the same time, it is kind of interesting to see Pixar's second outing was so standard and mundane. People forget there's a little bit of a worry that maybe Toy Story was the only good film they had, but then they released Toy Story 2 and a whole bunch of other good films, and they showed they were usually a studio of high quality. And I guess I find it interesting when a studio of high quality makes not a low quality film, but an average quality film. And on their second try. I know it sounds odd to say, but for such an interesting history the studio has, even their non-interesting films in this context can surprisingly be kind of interesting. I'm the Nostalgia Critic guy, remember, so you don't have to.
They have poo-poo hands!
We're still doing cameos for charity, and this month we're doing Wings for Life. Wings for Life is a not-for-profit spinal cord research foundation. Their mission is to find a cure for spinal cord injuries. They fund world-class scientific research and clinical trials around the globe aimed at healing the injured spinal cord. With a 100% rating on Charity Navigator, this is definitely a wonderful one to check out. So if you want a cameo from me saying happy birthday or congrats or whatever, go ahead and click on the link below and be giving to a wonderful organization. Or if you're like, you, I would never want a cameo from you, at least consider looking at this charity anyway, because they really do amazing work. So please consider either getting a cameo, donating, or spreading the word about what a wonderful foundation this is.